Former Deputy Assistant to the President, Fox News National Security Strategist, Dr. Sebastian Gorka, and retired CIA Senior Intelligence Officer, Fox News contributor Daniel Hoffman. I'm proud to announce that both of them will be with this program in Singapore. Sarah Carter will be there as well as, of course, the IG report 2 days after the Singapore summit. A lot of ground to cover tonight. Let's start with you, Daniel Hoffman. And the president showing strength. I'll walk away anytime. It's right out of the art of the deal. Doesn't surprise me. And I believe and know him well enough to know he absolutely would walk away in 4 seconds.
Yeah, and I think he's also doing the right thing by managing expectations. He's dealing with decades of failed policy, from which we've learned a lot. You know, we've talked a lot about the sunshine policy. That was more like moonshine policy for North Korea. At the end of that 10-year period, they'd taken $3 billion from South Korea and almost $2 billion from China, increased their nuclear program significantly, and we hadn't denuclearized them, taken really many steps to denuclearize the peninsula. The president's taken on board all of those lessons learned from the past, and I think he's really well prepared to go forward with a really bold strategy for dealing with this challenge that we face. I think the challenge will be dealing with some of the other countries from the six-party talks, like Russia and China, who are meddling and not always helpful, certainly on the part of Russia, to solving the crisis.
Well, you know something? The world would be a lot better off if we don't have Kim Jong Un and the Korean Peninsula threatened by North Korea. And ending the Korean War, Dr. Gorka, seems to me to be a pretty good idea and would be good for the world. And that we have confirmed that Kim Jong Un will talk about complete denuclearization of his regime. Good for the world.
After 65 years, absolutely. Just the absurdity that this war is still really, according to the lack of a peace treaty, in effect. It's just a ceasefire. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's go there. Let's denuclearize the peninsula. This isn't a dictatorship that's going to fall tomorrow. We're not going to solve all of the peninsula's problems. But if anybody can end the war, if anybody can denuclearize it, it's President Trump.
Agreed. Does it concern you that a reporter's notes, sources, and everything the DOJ's obtained, Dr. Gorka, instinctively, this sounds really bad to me?
Yeah, I don't care whether the president's a Republican or a Democrat or who the reporter works for. That amount of information being demanded and captured by the DOJ, on what basis? On what basis, Sean?
And the bar is very high, as we know. All right, I will get to be with you both in North Korea. I'm sorry.
Looking forward to it.
At the North Korea summit with Donald Trump in Singapore on Monday.
In Singapore.
All right, guys.